fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
All right, game recap. Obviously didn't go our way.
That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan. They all set up
I
well
knew it was going to be a
prepared,
rough game.
executing and stopping teams.
I'm just out of it today, but ended up being worse than I expected, obviously. Anytime anybody puts a 50 piece on you, becomes a worse game than you expected, right? But, you know, X came out and he had some really good aggressive catching. That was saving him on some passes that should have been turnovers, so that ended up, you know, continuing drives basically. So that was good for him. He's definitely added that to his arsenal. And so his running game was just impeccable. There's nothing we could do about it. So it is what it was, you know. But he threw the ball well, very efficient. Excuse me, I didn't. Very inefficient with 4 interceptions. And even though I don't think 2 of them should have been, but one of them for sure shouldn't have been, but we'll see. His rushing was crazy. 31 for 210. I mean, what can you do with that? Eckler was able to get loose a little bit at the beginning, but once the game kind of got out of hand, I just had to start slinging it. There really wasn't much I could do there. Burton kind of threw him a couple extra at the end just to try to get him some yards and get him built up. He was able to get a nice little slot fade touchdown. Actually, no, it was a wheel. So he was able to get that one. Mike Williams got him one. Allen was able to get that one for 55 and should have had a couple others, but Herbert completely missed on a pass, which was weird. He was missing on some stuff he shouldn't have missed on. So JC leading in tackles there. Derwin James with the assist and Murray with the total. Tackles for a loss. I mean, anytime somebody's running a lot, that's 8 tackles for a loss, so you tend to kind of get those. We got 1.5 sacks. No interceptions. He was very efficient and protected the ball well, and no defensive help in terms of turnovers or anything like that. So let's take a look at the highlights. And they don't really have a lot here. Oh, I was wondering what pass they were talking about. So this was, yeah, just a pop pass. Tried to get back inside so Allen can try to get the block, and he just didn't. So, but we ended up getting up there, and we weren't able to. I don't know, this one we did punch in. That was right before half that we didn't punch it in. So this one we did. I probably could have hit Horvath right there in the flats, but I was checking my hitches. They weren't open, it's pretty much boxed. Eckler's over here on this side, but once I started moving, I mean, the outside guy, that linebacker or whatever, he just never really made a move, so I just kept running. So that worked out. 10-3 in the first quarter. This one here was a little wild. I thought he was able to get that into the position. I mean, I'm throwing it right whenever he's clearing. Normally, Herbert can get those in that window, but I mean, if I come down to this angle, look how high he throws it. Normally, it's like on a rope. But he threw that pretty high. But it's kind of how I play when I'm, mentally not clicking. But like you can see, like I had the inside route here was open. I didn't take what he gave me. So it is what it is. Then Josh Jacobs, I mean, just untouched. That started becoming a little bit of a A little bit of a thing. So here, this one, I mentioned it in the game. This one was tripping me out. I'm going to zoom in over here. So Allen is on the DB's heels, like on his shoes, on his toes, and the DB's still running backwards. So, of course, I'm going to throw this. And then look at this. Why do that? I don't know what that was. I don't know why. I mean, look, he's like swatting and swimming a ghost. Somebody that's not there. And so when I throw it, like now he has over the top. And like I'm trying to get there and make something happen, but like I can't make anything happen on that because he now has the position. But you can see right here, he's on his toes. I'm throwing it, and it's too late. Like these, you know, I don't know. I don't know really why he did that. But again, I didn't take what he gave me. I had the crosser wide open, you know. So again, this is the way I play when I'm tired. I kind of go for things that I shouldn't. A little more of a F it, let's try it sort of thing. This one came back, same scenario, different route, but same scenario. Keenan's running, and he's on the heels up here on the left. I mean, on the toes of the DB. I mean, if you're even, you're leaving. Keenan isn't even fast, but still, if you're even, you're leaving. And I freeformed that one up, and he's able to go get that. So that's what I was expecting on the last one, but no clue why they did that. Ended up getting down there. I probably should have kicked a field goal, but it's 1 yard. I didn't have any timeouts either on third down. And so after third down, I called one, and it's 4th down and 1. I'm like, all right, I got to go for this. I probably should have just tried the sneak, but I wish they had the play here. The DB is behind my receiver and then just jumps in front right at the end. And so it was one of those weird things. So anyway, this one here just ran a little bit of a wheel concept, and they ended up bumping out here on the outside, but he kind of got position on his guy, so just freeform that up. Nice little throw to Burton there. It's weird they're not showing a bunch of the highlights. I mean, you can see right here, it's like Jacobs. Like he was running the ball really effectively. It's weird that they don't have those as highlights here. All right, so this was the one that was just like, man, come on, what? I mean, this is an interception. My superstar wide receiver misses this. That's what I mean. Like it just wasn't the day. I don't know. They were giving him all the breaks. But if you look over here on the left, I did have Allen open. I mean, it's not like Williams, that's a bad decision. It's 1st and 10. It's not a bad decision. Williams just lets it fly through his hands. For what reason, I don't know. But I could have went over here to the left to Allen, but he had been running a lot of cover 3, so I was kind of expecting something over here on the left. Ended up just being a man, but yeah. And then he ran this like I think 2 or 3 times, and it's crazy. Like I've never seen this play be that effective. Look at Khalil Mack on the left end over here. He stops and then just jumps inside. What is happening? It's like he's blocking a field goal, and I know I'm in trouble when my defensive tackle is the one chasing him. I'm like, oh well, that's 6. I mean, even though we were basically losing, I mean, look at Derwin James. This is 4-6, so he's playing up here in the box. And look at him. He takes off I mean, he just completely ran himself out of the play. I'm out here at cornerback. I get blocked. Like, it just set up perfectly for him. So then I come back, and this one I was trying to, this was a good user by X here. Goalpost. So trying to get Burton here, and I threw it down. But again, like, look how high Herbert is throwing these passes. Now, this is a little deeper pass, so I get it. But he's just, I don't know, he's throwing them high. So I tried to bring Burton down to jump, and I don't know why. Burton just did not jump. He did this little animation, even though I hit triangle. So, yeah, not sure really what's going on there. And then last play of the game, just again trying to get Burton some yards here, throw one up, and just come back to get it. Like, that's what I was expecting, was a catch animation on the last one, the last interception, but he actually didn't do the catch animation. So either way, X played a good game. I expected him to. I've seen that he had been playing well lately, so I kind of expected him to come out and play well. But we just played poorly. I mean, home game that felt like it was an away game early, getting penalties. I'm going to exit out and make sure it's safe. We held them on 2 drives. One, we end up getting a face mask, 15 yards. And then another we get where he's throwing the ball away on a, I think he ran a screen or something. He's throwing the ball away, or just rolling out, I think. And he gets a roughing the passer, saves the drive. And it's just like stuff like that. You know, it's hard to win. Can't beat Madden and the opponent, especially can't beat them whenever you're not mentally clicking. So great game by X, though. No, taking nothing away from him. He